Welcome to Reaper Life, Episode 8. In this episode, we do the Library of Threnal, which is Eastern Threnal Part 1, and we are level 9. I love this episode. I feel like it really captures an organic experience, which is something that I really that I was really going for with this series. It is the first 9 skull video of the series, and it actually is our first sort of legitimate my first 9 skull completion. Legitimately, we've done some 10 skull stuff, just a few things that we sort of, there were definitely some points in those completions where we cheesed some things, and this time we just go, head on. We like to do this quest because it's quick. It's an easy source of Reaper XP. We don't do the whole Threnal chain, but we do like to do the first part of Western and the first part of Eastern because they are so quick. And again, easy source of Reaper XP. So that's, that's something I've been emphasizing in my Reaper tips video. Is that there are there's some low-hanging fruit out there when it comes to easy Reaper XP. So that's one of the reasons why we wanted to show this one. This is another episode, like pretty much the rest of them in the series, where you guys didn't know I was recording, and it's when you guys don't know I'm recording, it's capturing dialogue that you might not otherwise say. Like in the beginning of this one, I had actually just posted the trailer just shortly before we did this, and so the beginning of this episode we're talking about that. And this whole series is, it's not just about watching us doing a quest, but if you, don't know the context of the series, it can look that way. But if you've been watching the series from the start, then you know that this series is capturing a moment in time where we're still learning our limits in Reaper mode. We're 5 months into Reaper mode, and we're pushing ourselves. And every video in this series, with I think there's going to be one exception, is capturing our first time ever trying skull rating that we're showing. So you're watching us learn, and you're watching us struggle, and you're going to watch us fail. And this video does capture a fail. We go in there and we basically get a bad instance in the first fight. We just get flattened, and we recall out when we try again. And there's some dialogue in between the fail and where we go back in that I decided to keep in as part of this video because, like I said, I feel like it really captures an organic moment. And if you don't want to watch that, just fast forward past it. It's fine. But we talk about okay, is this too hard for us? Do we just want to go back into R8? Do we want to try R9 again? We talk a little bit about, okay, here's something we're going to do different. And also, in between, I also realized I didn't, I needed to respect my Reaper tree, so I show that too, so you guys that are watching can see where I have my Reaper points spent. Another thing I like about this episode is the audio comes through mostly. I'm not to a point yet where I'm using my new recorder, so it's not capturing voice as good as I hope to, later on down when we get into mid-teens. But I must have had the game sounds up kind of loud, so probably about 80% of the party's voice you can understand, which is pretty cool. This is another example of how you can get just a bad instance, and it's reminiscent of the repossession video where we went in and we had Reapers right away and we failed, and that's kind of what happens here, and what a big difference in the second instance. So with me today I have Littlemama Whoop-Ass. And I'm going to try to have the whole Reaper crew here, one at a time to do some of these intros. And so, Littlemama, I want to ask you a couple questions. And first, I want to know, what you think of the series, and what you think of being part of the series.
Thank you, Ginger Spice, and hello, everyone. I think, when I found out that you were forming a Reaper series group, I had mentioned to you how I wished I could be a part of it. And I did not think it was possible that I was good enough or strong enough to participate, as Well, I'm currently nowhere near being completionist anything on any of my characters. But I really would love to represent the new or returning player on Littlemama. And I wanted to show that it's okay for new people and returning players that you can try all the new content as well as Reapers. And is Reaper a challenge? Heck yeah, but it's a lot of fun. I also wanted, sorry?
One of the viewers, I think that you're aware, is keeping track of the death count. How many times we're all dying in here, and I think you're at the you might, I don't know if you're in the lead, but you I think you have you're pretty much right up there, and that, I think that's because, like you're saying, you don't have as many past lives and you don't have as many Reaper points as the rest of us, but as far as I can tell, you're still having fun with it. You die a few more times, but you're still having fun and you're still able to contribute, which I think is an important point.
Yes, well, Littlemama is really what I call a youngling tune. And as a player, I certainly do not have the extensive game experience that, say, a really serious veteran player like Syax has, nor the infinite knowledge base of all things DDO that Ina Murata holds. And it does take me, I'm dying a lot, and it takes me a few seconds longer to be prepared for each quest, as I need to buff a little more, and then I need to run and catch up with you all really fast, because I kind of feel like a little mouse running with the big cats right now, and I have to be prepared to learn very quickly on the fly, and hoping that the next group of Reapers or flame-flying boss doesn't zap me into an instant soulstone.
Well, I'm certainly glad that you're part of this. I'm really happy that that we can have you showing, like, as a returning player, as somebody without a lot of past lives, can be part of a high skull questing Reaper questing party and still, like I said, contribute and have fun. I'm also really happy that we have a couple of the ladies of High Lords in this. We have 2 girls in the 6-party group, and right away when we sort of revealed that in episode 1, there was somebody, one of the viewers gave a shout out to the ladies of High Lords. So I'm really glad that you're here representing the ladies of DDO and the girls of High Lords too. I wonder if you have anything to say about that.
Thank you. Well, as a female player, I've always been a bit shy, even in the early days of DDO, and I have to admit that, a few of us don't really say anything in the quests because, I don't know, it's maybe part of the shyness of it, or we don't want to change the group dynamic. But actually, I think I'm coming out a little more now that I'm part of, a great group of guildies.
Now, you are one of our newer guildies. In fact, both you and Ina are a couple of our newest guildies. But you've actually been around the guild for, you're coming up on a year now. And it's funny, this guild is such a long-time guild that you can be here for a year and still sort of be the new person. But you're coming back after a really long break from the game, and I know that was, another thing that you wanted to, component that you wanted to represent in this series. And so, can you talk about the returning player experience? There are a lot of people that watch my channel that aren't playing DDO, that think about coming back, or as DDO is an older game, so there's always returning players, and that can seem overwhelming. There's a lot of new content to learn. I know that you've said that, like, you still haven't even learned all the new content, you haven't even done all the new quests. Can you talk about the returning player experience after being away for so long? I'm one of the people who was watching your videos just before returning to the game. I joined in the beginning, in the early days of DDO in 2007, and the whole group dynamic was different then than it is now.
Back then, mind you, there were very few extra bells and whistles compared to what's in game now. The old group dynamic, I think, has come back with the Reaper. And when I did come back, the information overload left me overwhelmed quite a bit. I had to revisit everything. My old gear was garbage. I had to get rid of it all, learn to craft, which I think is awesome because I can now make the ring that I can't find anywhere else. And I kind of felt like a noob being caught in the breath of a fast-moving, out-of-control dragon because everything was so new. But one of the important things I feel now is, yeah, I'm representing the returning player who may be thinking, maybe I should solo play a lot of things first to see, you know, how strong is my toon now. I wasn't too embarrassed to even ask questions, but now I find, yeah, I'm asking you, I'm asking Ina, I'm asking Nimvid and Syax, what should I really do in this particular circumstance when I'm stuck and feeling confused? But I'm really enjoying that time. So, no, don't be shy. Hop on the train, and if you do see a group, do try it. If you're on Reaper 1, then you can experience to see what new content there is. And it's a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying a lot of the new gear, the new quests, and the new raids.
I don't have that returning player experience, so I can't. It's hard for me to identify with it, you know, on a personal level, because I haven't gone through that. But I imagine, you know, people often contact me either in game or through the channel and ask, you know, basically returning player questions, and I always tell them, you know, there's a lot, you know, and don't let yourself get overwhelmed. You know, relearning the game is part of the fun. Don't let that discourage you. See that as sort of an adventure that like I said, relearning the game, you know, should be fun and not be overwhelming and discouraging. How did you, as a returning player, deal with, you know, because I'm sure it felt overwhelming at times. You basically just said that, and so how did you deal with that and mitigate it so that it wasn't discouraging for you?
I would, even if I didn't have the gear at the time, I have a couple of stronger toons that are a little stronger than Littlemama, have a few more pass bys, and I thought, well, don't be afraid. I sometimes tell myself, courage isn't the absence of fear, but rather the decision that something else is more important than fear. You've got to have fun. So I go in, and there's still a lot of quests that I've never set foot in. I've never set foot in any of the challenges. But I thought, heck, you know, the devs have designed some beautiful areas like the Stormhorns, which I adore. I'll just go in there and just, you know, fart around and see what's going on. And I sort of gained a little confidence then and suddenly believed, hey, I'm partaking in things I never thought I could. And I'm having fun doing it. So I remember asking you sometimes, where should I find some information? And you would recommend, well, here's a link to the DDO wiki. Or another guildie would say, well, I'd advise you to maybe try this or that and see what you like the best. Everyone has their own play style. Everyone has their own favorite things in the game. So you kind of have to explore that. Sometimes I would get stuck and I'd be, you know, midnight reading through the wiki and then looking at some of the things in the dungeons and thinking, well, I think I can figure this out. But you know what? It's not that important to be perfect. The important thing to me was to have fun. It may take me a fraction of a second longer. I may die more often, just like I'm sure I'm going to have the biggest death count in this series. But I'm learning a lot. I'm having fun with my beloved guildies. And another thing, if I could add, Ginger Spice, is I think I also represent some of the players who have disabilities. There are things Littlemama can do that in real life I can't. And no, I won't have the stamina to become a completionist anything, I really don't think. But again, I'm having fun doing what I'm doing, and it helps me in a lot of other levels as well. So, no, just have fun.
Very well said. Do you have anything else you want to add before we wrap up the intro?
Just enjoy, and don't be shy to get out there and give it a go.
I think that's great advice. I think having fun in the game, is the most important thing. And not, it's easy to lose sight of that. It's easy to get upset or angry or feel overwhelmed, or maybe you're feeling bent about not getting certain loot. But we're here to have fun. This is the way we enjoy our free time. So I think that is awesome advice. Well, thank you for being part of this intro, and here we go to our...
Expendables videos, Expendables.
Yeah, there's some pretty funny comments, but people seem to be like really excited about it and really looking forward to it. So that's really awesome. I'm really pleased with the community's response to it so far.
Are you recording right now?
No, we're gonna record. Well, like I said, I mean, we can just do I recorded the Von 3, so record the Von 4 too. Does anybody?
Well, I'm just saying, like,
Anybody want to buff?
if you're recording, we should be like, thank you guys for watching us, or something.
Or something.
Not gonna tell you when you're recording. So it can be a little more natural. They don't want to hear about how hard my nipples are. Hey, you gotta
But I do.
That's why I share it with you guys.
Holy fuck.
Holy shit.
A famine and 2 fears.
Well, they're hurting you guys too much.
Our R9 is a little beyond our pay grade right now, guys. I think we're gonna be doing. I think we could do R8.
Well, we have that in a lower level. I think it's just luck of the draw.
I already left the dungeon, guys.
Okay, I'll recall out. I'm. What the hell am I doing on the ship in Sardusk? Apparently so. If I did, I didn't mean to.
You probably accidentally talked to the guy.
Yeah.
Talk to him and accidentally clicked the wrong.
Yep. Fuck. Well, I'm willing to try R9 one more time. It's a really short quest, so.
To be honest, the damage output and my quickness to heal is going to be the issue.
Yeah, at that point, you don't heal. You res people.
Yeah. And then, like, I would have to be jumping around surviving for, like, almost 50 some odd seconds to revive y'all.
So do you guys just want to do R8 then? I'm fine with R8. There's no shame in doing R8. I mean, for fuck's fuck, it's R8.
Yes, alright.
Okay. I don't think we need to hang our heads in shame because we couldn't do the R9.
I'm not.
Restart the 9. I think it's just because the 2 Reapers were right there.
Well, maybe, I thought it was the spiders that were also hitting you guys that much.
Yeah, I think the spiders really messed me up.
Those champion spiders.
Yeah.
It's true though. What Mama said, because we experienced it. We tried a quest 3 times on R5, and sometimes we got some shitty Reaper spawns and champion spawns. And the third
Yeah,
time
and
was
the
the charm,
third
and
time
we were
was the
joking around.
charm. Yeah. I mean, of course, having a bunch
Okay,
of champions at the same time didn't help.
type in your vote, 8 or 9 in party chat.
I'm totally willing to give 9 another shot.
You type it in party chat. What's it gonna be, Ina? Oh, don't care. Okay. So you're gonna make me be the tiebreaker, huh?
Him and I would try one more just for
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna do R9 again. It doesn't hurt us to try. It's, you know, a few minutes of wasted time, but it's good experience.
yeah, giggle.
Wait. I hit the wrong button on that vote. Let me try again.
I'm just saying R8 because Jimmy might run out of time before we can. You know what I'm saying?
Jimmy Eat World.
I'm not too bad tonight.
Jimmy, have you already done Von 4?
No, I have not.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll just make that the priority after this, and we just, you know, it's a little bit running back and forth, but we can just go do Von 4, and if Jimmy can stay up longer than that, and we'll do the side quests. I'm gonna give you all freedom this time and toss up the CC.
Thanks.
And I'm not gonna hesitate to start charming those spiders, but I charmed 2 of them. I charmed that champ, but those motherfuckers got uncharmed really quick.
Yeah, that was intense. LOD on R10 was easier than that.
Yeah, I mean, we said R7 was easy with 5. And I don't write easy unless we really thought it was easy. You know, I'm not really like, oh yeah, we smoked. Yeah, like, we thought it was easy. So we get 1 more body. It seems like R9 should be doable, but you know, the party makeup can change. Like you said, Meister, you were a warlock last life, and I think Lousy was on a Gimp tune though. I think he was just doing like a barbarian life, and he's, you know, he's not a barbarian player.
Yeah. My thing is, I thought it was easy because that was the first times that got back down needed alive when we were doing this, because I did this 2 other times with you before we got there. Then we had to solo it.
Oh, you know what we gotta do, guys? We're level 9 now. That means we can get tier 2 and 8 for the Reaper stuff.
I already did.
So I need to respec.
How do you do that?
I need to drop the well, you can just go in the tavern over here. You don't have to recall all the way out. You just, you know, reset a tree and respend the points.
I have 7 now.
Still got 21.
I have 31. Started with 30. Syax, how far are you from 33? How many do you have now, Mama? So Jimmy has one more than you started with. You have 7. You started with 2. That's awesome.
7 now started.
I am 31K away from 34.
Yeah, I'm 51K from 32. Should get that this life though. I don't think it's gonna happen until we get into the upper teens though. Okay, guys, R9 again. Okay, y'all ready to die again?
Oh, wait. I didn't die last time.
Yeah, you ran away.
Do we have 3 again?
No, we have no Reapers, and the spiders are all fighting themselves. What a difference, you know? That's just luck of the draw bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, you can get a fucked up instant. Like that last tones, we could have kept on doing our 10 until no Reaper. Learning.
Where?
Oh, further down?
Two of them. Get ready, guys. Get ready to unload on these carnies. There's 2 of them. Actually, we don't even need to go down here. Back out. What am I doing? Fuck those carnies. We don't need to go down there. Don't go down there, guys. We don't need to go down there. I saw enough carnies today.
I just want to thank all my fans that support me, because I'm so humble and handsome.
Warple don't care if it's R9. I think there are going to be some stealthing Thorac hounds here. Be careful, guys. We got a light bearer, Rusty. What?
So, gather for heals. Gather for heals.
The Rackhound. Oh, no, I'm sorry. What'd you say, Sax? I'm sorry.
BLAH, add him to the guild roster as one of Rags.
Okay. Thank you. Traps. Two more traps. Woot. Are there any more mobs here? Do we have like earth alleys on each side or something?
Nope.
We just got Bathsul.
I think that's a nerd quest.
There's another trap coming up. Oh no, we got, here we go.
Also don't care about stone.
Another trap up here.
Yeah, I'll spot it.
Okay, now we just got Bathazul. Or Basthul. Hell yeah, guys. Okay, what do we get for that? 1,000. 1,000 Reaper XP for 6 minutes. That's pretty good. And that's why we do this quest. But none of the others, because they're a pain in the ass. Okay, let's go to Von 4 next.